Hello everyone. So I know this is a different setting than my last video. I am in a different hotel for my birthday weekend. Yay! I've been here since January 30th and my birthday was yesterday on the 31st and it's now February 1st as I'm recording this video. Before I start this video, I just want to say thank you so much for all the support since talking about everything that's been going on lately. It was a lot for me to talk about online, but I'm really happy that I did. I know people probably still have questions or concerns and things like that, and I did post a TikTok clarifying some things, but after that I have stayed pretty quiet about everything because that part of my life is over. That chapter is over for me. It was just my birthday. I really want to just move on from everything. I know like I just talked about it still like last month, and it may come up time to time, but I am like completely over it and moved on and ready to continue life. But I really do appreciate all the support that I've been getting from it, and it just means the world to me. So today's video is a lot more happy. I'm going to be doing a get to know me thing. Basically, like I said, my birthday was yesterday. I just turned 27. Woo. Yay. And so I have written out 27 facts about me, Peachy. Hi, my name is Peachy. I didn't say that first. Sorry. Yeah, I'm going to be talking about 27 things about me while I do my skincare. I have all my skincare things right here on the bed. We're on the bed. Hi. Okay, so before talking about facts about myself, I am going to also go through my skincare too. So the first thing I always do is I shave my face. I have eyebrow razor thing. I usually just shave my eyebrows and my mustache, but I do shave my cheeks and everywhere else as well sometimes. And I have a makeup wipe here for all the hair and shit. Also, this is like my birthday outfit, even though it's not my birthday anymore. I love this sweater so much. Stranger Things. Also, I'm sorry if the audio is like terrible. These are like fake Apple wired headphones from Amazon that were like $8 or something. I left my good headset with the better mic at my parents', so this is all I had. I do plan to get some new tech things for better content soon. I need my mirror. Like almost 2 a.m. as I'm recording this, and I have to be out of this hotel by like 10:30 or 11 a.m. So I don't know if I'm sleeping tonight. Already stated, I am 27 years old as of yesterday. Yay. Decided to get this hotel for a birthday weekend of sorts. Didn't really do much for my actual birthday. Like yesterday, no, not yesterday. The day before, on the 30th, I hung out with my friend, and then today, not today. I'm all over the place. And then on the 31st, my actual birthday, I spent most of it in bed. I definitely wanted to relax all day, you know? I got some work done, like doing TikToks, going on TikTok Live, doing this now. Most of it, I just relaxed because I really needed just a relaxing day for myself. Next year, I definitely want to do more for my actual birthday, like go somewhere and stuff, but I wouldn't trade yesterday for anything in the world, honestly. It was so fun just being in bed by myself, just relaxing, watching movies that I've been planning to for a while. I watched Weapons yesterday. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That movie really did a number on me. Like, I was shaking after, and I can handle my horror. I watched Terrifier and I laughed and I applauded because like the gore was top tier, but like Weapons, that was so messed up. That was really like every twist and turn was unexpected. Like, it was insane. And I got some of my favorite comfort foods, like mac and cheese and mashed potatoes. You know, I had a nice time. It was very nice. Just enjoying my peace, you know? Thing about myself, I love the color pink, if you can't already tell by my hair color. I don't know, like, I was not much of a pink girl growing up. I was very much in my tomboy era. Like, I didn't like makeup, I wore baggy clothes, like basketball shorts and all that. And then at some point, I started connecting more with my feminine side, I guess you could say, because, like, I grew up bullied a lot. I never really felt pretty growing up. I don't know, something just clicked one day and I started wearing makeup more. I wore much more feminine outfits. I started liking pink. And it's just stuck with me since. The color pink just does so much for me, and I feel so peaceful and calm and relaxed when I look at pink. Like, it's just mesmerizing. And I've had my hair pink before. I've had many colors, but I've been staying pink for maybe a year now. I don't know. I definitely plan to keep the pink, but a part of me also wants to grow my hair out and, like, get my natural color back for a little bit. But I really like how I look with pink more than my natural hair because it's so dark, so it kind of, like, I don't know, it just doesn't look right to me. I am a big gamer girl all the way. I've been gaming probably my whole life, but I've only been taking gaming more seriously by, like, having my own consoles and stuff, like, few years now. I currently have my laptop, of course. I love Steam. I have Epic Games too, but I love Steam. I also love, like, my top 3 favorite games would have to be, this is one from, like, each genre that I play the most, which I guess, like, role play, fantasy, adventure type stuff, Genshin Impact. More cozy gaming, definitely Pokemon. And then for shooter games, I really love Fortnite. Another thing about me, I love animals so much. Like, really, I do. My dream, if I get rich enough, is to get a barn and I rescue a bunch of strays, like any stray animals I can find, and I keep them in the barn, and, like, I get people to help out, keep them fed, cleaned, and then I just, like, go in there and lay down and just let them come to me. Fact about me, I have talked a little bit about online. I did have a miscarriage in 2022, so I am a mother. Now, I didn't know, like, gender or anything when it happened. I didn't even know I was pregnant. But since it happened, I always referred to my kid as my son. I don't know if it's motherly instinct or something, but I truly felt that he was a boy, so I do call him he a lot. Like I said, I did talk about it in full length and detail on TikTok and YouTube a little bit, but yeah, it was a really difficult thing to go through, and I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, honestly. I can't even compare the pain level that I felt, not only emotionally but physically. It was a lot. Also, completely forgot, I put on hand sanitizer before doing my skincare. I completely forgot, and I was doing that without that. Oh my god. The next thing, I am a big mental health advocate, and I like to use my platform to spread awareness on mental health and mental illness and things like that. I personally have a long list of mental things with me, like depression, anxiety, PTSD. I have a lot more. I really want to be the voice for people that feel or struggle the same as me. I really think that mental health needs to be taken more seriously in the world. I get a lot of comments on videos where I talk about things like my depression and what it's done to me, of people making jokes or making fun of depression and being like, oh, you don't brush your teeth, that's gross. But depression will make you do that. That's how it works. So I just want to try to help spread more knowledge on the topic because it's something that is really near and dear to me. Next part for skincare, I've been using Starface a lot. I love it so much. I never used it until now, which is crazy, but I'm obsessed. I have these nose strips and I also have the acne patches. I need to grab it because I do have a couple of pimples on the side that I want to cover up before I continue the rest of my skincare. I have two of these compacts. I have the yellow one and the blue one. I really want to try to get the pink one. I use the yellow one for the acne patches. I really need to stock up again. And I use the blue one for my jewelry. Currently have the pink stars right now. But I'm gonna put these and this on. I spray some of this on my face and also on the nose strip to wet it because I think you're supposed to make it damp. And it's the Mario Badescu Aloe Cucumber Green Tea Spray. Continuing on with facts about me, I love anime. I have been an anime girl for a very long time. I think the first ever animes I ever watched were Inuyasha. When I was younger, I used to stay up until like 6 a.m., 5 a.m. to watch it on Adult Swim. And Shugokara was my first anime that was like subbed. Because like there's still no dub for that anime, so I literally have seen like, I think there's 4 seasons. I've seen 3 in sub. And it's really hard because I have ADHD too, so it's like a lot to focus on. As of lately, I really love Dandadan or Dandadan, how do you say that? I also really loved Fruit Baskets. That was a cute one. And Spy Family. Next thing about me, I do partake in the Mary Jane. I don't know how much I can say on YouTube without getting in trouble. I don't know. I've been using that since I was 18. I'm 27 now. I did want to wait until I was old enough, I guess, because like, I don't know, I was pressured in high school to try it with people and I said no because I didn't feel like it was the right time. I'm really glad I waited until I was 18 because I felt like I was ready by then. I do also use the flavored air. That's when I was 17, so don't do that. You can tell by what we're doing in this video, I very much love skincare and makeup. I have done many makeup looks in the past. I will show some pictures if I can. I would have to say my favorite movie of all time, like something I can watch over and over and never get bored of it, definitely Spirited Away. That is like such a childhood classic of mine. Like I really truly love Spirited Away. Like I love a lot of Ghibli movies. Is that how you say it? I don't know. I love the movie so much. It's just there's no words to even describe how beautiful and just breathtaking the movie itself is. Like I love it. This is the next step in my skincare. I have this thing. I don't know how to say it, but it's basically these pads with toner in them. And what I like to do, I take one like this with the little tweezers it comes with. And then I have a lot of like acne spots on my cheeks. There's like clusters basically. So I just, oh, that's so cold. That's so cold. That's so cold. That's so cold. Ah. I just do like that. And I leave it there for like 5 minutes. And then when it's done, I take it off and I rub it here and on my forehead. And then I take another one, like a new one, and put it on this cheek, leave it for 5 minutes, and do the same. So it's 2 every time I do this, but I don't do this like every day. I'll do the rest of my skincare pretty much every day, but this is more like a couple times a week, maybe 2 or 3 times a week. Next thing about me, I have been a content creator for a long time, I would say. Like, I've posted online for many years, since maybe middle school, but as of the past 5 or 6 years, I've been taking it more seriously with like actually putting a name out there and like posting myself and trying to connect with my audience, you know? Now currently I'm at 5,500 something on TikTok, which is insane, honestly, insane. And truly, I could not be more grateful, and like, this is really just something that I'm so passionate about, especially me being disabled. I have mental disabilities, and over my in my life, it's been really hard to keep a job, get a job, hold a job, all that. So doing something like this really just feels like my purpose, because this is something I can actually handle. This is something I can do, making content for a job. And honestly, nothing makes me more happy than making content, like creating things. I'm a very creative person and just very passionate and want to connect with people, you know, like even though I'm a little antisocial, this is like the most social you'll ever see me is when I'm online. Like, I do not shut up when I'm streaming on Twitch or something, you know? And it just really feels like this is my purpose. Like, I was born to do this, which sounds so silly, but truly, this is the only thing in my life that gives me a drive. The next thing about me, I love traveling. Now, I haven't actually traveled too much. I have been over the past few years traveling more than I used to growing up, but I do love traveling, like the idea of it, and I do want to pursue traveling a lot more in the next few years. I really want to go to Japan. I am trying my best to go to Japan in the next few years. I need to save a lot of money. Next thing about me, which is honestly the most insane, I would say, I'm allergic to mosquitoes. Like, you you know how when someone's allergic to bees and they get stung and their throat swells up, their lip turns purple, like they need to go to a hospital? It's exactly the same way for me, but it's with mosquitoes instead of bees. This is something I've been dealing with since I was born, basically. I've had issues with mosquitoes when I was a kid. I would get bit by them and have a different reaction than is normal. I'm pretty sure the term for what I have is called Skeeter syndrome, which is basically the common known thing of what happens when people get bit by mosquitoes. They get a bump and it's itchy and it goes away in a few days. The way this works is there's 4 levels, and level 1 is exactly what I just described. Like, the normal reaction for a mosquito bite, you get bit, it goes away in a few days, it's not that serious. And then there is level 4, which is me, which is a more rare case. Level 4 Skeeter syndrome, like me, I have a different reaction to mosquitoes when I get bit. I did have anaphylactic shock a few years ago because I was swimming in open water at a family friend's house in a wooded area, and it was nighttime. Water is basically a breeding ground for mosquitoes, and I didn't feel myself getting bit because it was so cold. I was going into the car and I really felt sick, and then on my way back, like 3 hours later, going home, my lip was purple, my throat was swelling. I ended up going to the hospital for 5 hours and got steroids pumped into me to get the toxins out. But I've had issues in the past with mosquitoes. It's just never been that bad before. That was a few years ago. It hasn't happened again since, thank God. But usually what happens is when I get bit by a mosquito, it swells to baseball or golf ball size without me scratching it, and it burns like a lighter to my skin. Now, this isn't just one mosquito bite and I need to go to the hospital. It's not that serious, but if I get bit by enough of them, I would say I need to go to the hospital after that. As of my knowledge, I don't really think there's a cure for this, which really sucks, but this is something I was born with. I don't know if it'll ever go away, but I have learned how to manage living with it. Like when I go out during the spring and summer and fall, I too might count. I don't know. Um, Winter is only when I'm safe, really. But when I go out, I do wear protective clothing when I can, and I wear bug spray a lot, so I take a lot of precautions when going out. Next thing about me is I am a big sweet tooth. Yeah, I'm a big sweet tooth. I really have never been one to like spicy or sour or any other type of snacking, really. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Like, something about sugar just really gets me. And I actually have to be a lot more careful when it comes to sugar because I do have health issues in my family and I don't want to get it. And I really need to start taking better care of my teeth. So I have been trying my hardest to stay away from sugar. Not People get confused by this. When I talk about sugar, I mean like Little Debbie's and chocolate and like a lot of processed sugars that are bad for you. Because there is sugar in pretty much everything, but the sugar that I'm trying to stay away from is the sugar that's not the best for you. I will still forever be a sweet tooth girl when it comes to snacks and things like that. I don't know. Like, I like chips, but I don't really like them that much. I love Pringles. That's like the most for chips I love. The next thing, I have 7 piercings. 7 piercings. I got my first piercing when I was around 18 or 19, I think. This side's gonna be harder because I have the acne patches, but I'll figure it out. It's 2 on each ear. I currently have some tapers in my ear because I am in the process of stretching my ears. I don't know how it works for me because I have 2 in each ear and I don't know what's gonna happen when I start sizing up. Like if they're just gonna form into one hole or if it's gonna be 2 separate things. I don't know. We'll see. But I have those and I have all 3 of my nose done. I have this set of blue butterflies here. I know it's hard to see. I have this was recent. I really like it. It's hard for me to find good septum jewelry because I don't fully understand the sizing and everything yet. Like when it comes to the G sizes, smaller means bigger, which is so weird. And then when it comes to the that's for like how long or short it is, and then the G's is like how thick it is, I think. So for the M's, it's normal. So I understand that I made 10 for my septum piercings. I think that is like the how much it sticks out. I like that because I've always been insecure about my nose. I feel like it's big. I don't know. So I like having it decked out in jewelry. So it makes me feel better about myself. I really want to learn how to get bigger jewelry for the septum, but I've been doing my best. I think like a 12G is what I go for thickness. I'm not entirely sure. I have other ones that are bigger. It's just they're the horseshoe kind, and I want cooler designs, you know. And then you can't really see it, but I got this done in December as like a Christmas gift. It's a really big jewelry, so it definitely sticks out in here. But I like my jewelry big, like I said. And I can change it in a few months. And I'm gonna put something like this over here. And I want to do the nose chain because I think that's really cute. With the piercings, I think I'm done getting them. I do want to get my belly button done. I'm just waiting on that. And I have debated my eyebrow. And when I got this done, the piercer told me that I am eligible to get an eyebrow piercing. I'm just really scared for that because it's in an area that I've never done. Like, my nose and my ears is very common, and this is like new territory, so it's spooky. But we'll see. The next thing about me, I have 2 tattoos, and I definitely plan to get more. Personally, for me, I'm a big believer in getting the sentimental ones first. So both of my tattoos at the moment are sentimental kinds. I have this dog paw here, which is for a Yorkie dog that I used to have in high school. I did love her very dearly. She really got me through high school, and I knew like a little bit into owning her in high school that when I got my first tattoo, I wanted to get something in memorial to her. And so it's a dog paw with her name in the finger things, and her name was Luna. And like I said, she really got me through high school. Like, those were the toughest years of my life, and if it wasn't for her, I honestly wouldn't be here today. Because every time I wanted to give up on life, I would just look at her and I just stopped myself because I knew that she needed me. So she really was my rock. The next tattoo I have is on this arm. I don't know if you can see it that well. It is some angel wings with a halo and my baby's name in the bottom in cursive. Luna's name is in cursive too. I just think it looks pretty. But I got that like a year after the miscarriage happened. I obviously immediately knew as soon as it happened, I wanted to get his name tattooed on me somewhere. And I just looked up some angel wings and I thought that's perfect. Said I am a big believer in getting the sentimental ones first because tattoos are permanent, and if you get something silly and goofy, it's fun for now, but you do live with that for the rest of your life unless you want to pay thousands of dollars and be in a lot more pain to get it removed. But now that I've had at least 2 sentimental tattoos, I do plan to get more sentimental tattoos. I want to get the same paw on the other arm in the exact same style and everything, and that will be for my first cat ever, Onyx. I had never owned a cat before him. I had only like had cats around, and I wasn't really a cat person until him. He showed me a whole new way of life. He was just the sweetest cat ever, and honestly, he made me a better person in a sense. Like, he was a life-changing experience of a pet to own, and I miss him dearly. But I want to get something for him on the other arm, and then I don't plan to get tattoos for every pet ever, but the ones that have sentimental meaning to me, like those 2 did, I definitely want to get them memorialized on my body. Um, Future wise though, it won't be as big and flashy as those ones. I'll probably get like smaller paws with just the initial in the middle of the palm. I think that'd be really cute. So I might be covered in like paw tracks when I'm in my 80s. But I definitely want to get more of the silly cute tattoos now that I've had some sentimental ones and I have some experience. I am hoping in a few days when I get paid that I can get a new tattoo. I want to get something on my shoulder area. I want to get a Hello Kitty face. I think that'd be really, really cute, especially because like I want to wear more of the low shirt tops like that, you know, the shoulder revealing kinds, and it just pops out. Amazing. Thing about me is I am between 5 feet and 5'2". I usually go with just 5 feet because that's what I've known my whole life, was that I'm 5 feet. And then I went to the doctor once and I was told I was 5'1", and then I was 5'2", and then I went back to 5'1" and 5 feet. So I don't know. Let's just say I'm 5 feet. I actually have a funny story about my height. I was at Walmart once, right? And I had to get some cat food or cat litter for the cat I had at the time. And I was trying to get it from the top shelf, and there was no one around to help me out. And so, my brilliant mind, I thought, let me climb the shelves in the store to reach it. And I did. And I pulled on the bag, and it fell straight onto my face. And it fell onto the floor, knocking my glasses onto the floor as well. And there was someone there watching the entire time. When I turned around, there was an old man that just popped out of nowhere, and he saw the whole thing, and we caught a glance at each other, and I was just like, oh my god. Also, skincare thing, whatever you do to your face, do it to your neck because it is part of your body. The next thing about me, I would have to say my favorite food of all time is definitely mac and cheese. I am a mac and cheeseaholic. Oh my god, I love that shit so much. I don't know who made it, but whoever did, I love you. I love you. Whoever made mac and cheese, I love you. That is like my comfort food. That is my safety. I honestly like I don't know, man. I can actually spray the spray on my face, so I'm gonna do that quick. Thing about me, I am a big Nintendo girl. I've been playing Nintendo for as long as I can remember. I had a Game Boy, I had a Wii, I had a DS, I had a DSi, and I currently have a Switch Lite. I did also own the docking type Switch before. I do plan to get a new one soon. I just don't know if I want to get the 2 or if I want to get the 1, because the 2 is obviously new, but I don't know if I want it. I don't really play like handheld Nintendo Switch, like the big ones like that. I don't like how they feel in my hands. They're too big, so I prefer the Switch Lite, honestly. And I only really like the regular Switch for when it comes to like docking on a screen. It is nice for when you're playing in bed and you don't want to dock it to a screen, but at that point, the Switch Lite. This is what mine looks like. I have this really cute rubber case from Amazon. It's really detailed, like physically you can feel the detailing, and it has like back bumps here, which I really like because holding a Switch is kind of uncomfortable without it. And it came with these cute little, I think it's a cat, the thumb grips. I have the coral one, of course, because I love pink. And this is actually a pre-owned one, which honestly, not bad. First of all, it was cheaper than what a regular Switch Lite is. And I did get a 1-year warranty protection just in case. And literally the only damage on it was this little, you can't even see it probably, there's a little crack on the screen protector that it came with, because I didn't put a screen protector on it, it just had one because it's pre-owned. It was still logged into someone's account, but I did log out. I logged out. I've been getting a lot of games as of lately because it's new still. I only got this in November, I think. I have it organized from longest played first. So in the longest played list, I have Animal Crossing, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, Brawlhalla, which I wasn't really a fan of before until I started playing it, and then I learned to love it. It's actually pretty good. I don't play it much anymore. It's actually uninstalled right now, but it is in the top played. Fortnite, laptop's dying, Pokemon Violet, and Good Pizza, Great Pizza, which I also didn't think I would like, but am obsessed with. I really love the coffee version of it. It's Good Coffee, Great Coffee. You can only play it on mobile devices at the moment though, so I really want to get an iPad or something to play it on a bigger screen. That'd be so fun. I do have 2 more steps in my skincare. The next step is moisturizer. I have the Starface one. I have this little pump. They do have a like actual face cleanser. I don't use that. This moisturizer, I hear salicylic acid is good for acne scars, and I have a lot of them on my cheeks, like I said. And I will admit, this feels really nice on the skin. I love it. A little side note, I really, really love that the skincare and future makeup I plan to get is animal cruelty free or vegan or both. This is something I've been doing for many, many years. I just feel at peace knowing that what's going on my skin has not hurt an animal in the past. I do eat animals, I like burgers, but I am leaning off that a little bit. I don't know if I can go like completely vegan or vegetarian, but I am finding substitutes for things like oat milk and fake eggs. I also have this Neutrogena sunscreen. I know it's not summer or spring, like the sun's not out, but I heard that sunscreen is good for anti-aging. So I was using this before I got this. I do mix them sometimes. I don't know if you should be mixing things. Don't do that. That's just my face. It's my face. The next thing about me, I am Puerto Rican. I am a Spanish girly. Now, I don't know any Spanish. I have no intention in learning any Spanish. A lot of other people in my family know Spanish. I just don't. It skipped a generation, so me and a couple other family members don't speak Spanish. Personally, for me, like, I get curious about it sometimes to learn Spanish just because, like, it is probably like the next big language that everyone knows besides English. And being bilingual does help you in the world a lot. I don't know, I just never really felt any deep connection to learning Spanish. I don't know, that's just me, honestly. I've never really been one to really participate in much of Spanish culture. And that's nothing against being Spanish. That's just how I grew up. That's how I lived, honestly. Like, I obviously love Spanish food. I love my rice and beans and shit like that. But yeah, we tried learning Spanish when we were kids, but it didn't really stick. Maybe in the future I'll learn Spanish. We'll see. Because I am interested in learning languages. The next thing about me is I am a spiritual girly. I had my spiritual awakening a few years ago. I think 2021 maybe. It was really surreal. Like, I remember just looking in the mirror and being really, really confused about my existence. And like, it kind of felt like an ego death of sorts. I don't know how to explain it. And then I had my first vision, and it was me and the guy I was dating at the time and his friends all in a room chilling, and we start talking about SpongeBob theories because there's a SpongeBob poster behind us. And the next day my vision came to reality, and it was my first deja vu moment, and I was like, what is this? We already did all this. Why are we doing it again? Because it felt so real. The vision felt so real, and then it became real. I don't really know Oh, that's right on the acne patch. Oopsie. I don't really know how to explain what spirituality is in a sense, to sum it up of sorts, I guess. It's really complicated for me personally explaining it. It's just something you feel, if that makes sense. It's a lot of feeling rather than rationalizing it into words what spirituality means to me or what it is to me. I just personally know ever since I had my spiritual awakening, my life has changed immensely, both good and bad. I was going through a lot and changing a lot and just learning a lot, and there's just something about being spiritual that saved me, honestly. It really helped to grow as a person for me and really shape my life into the way it was meant to be. And the reason why I'm so passionate about doing this as a job, being a content creator and everything, is because I did have a vision many years ago when it first started happening, my spiritual awakening. I had a vision that it's probably my longest vision I ever had because I saw something from start to finish. And it was literally me going on the plane, traveling to Japan, checking into the hotel or wherever I stay at the time, and setting up my janky setup with my laptop and my Switch docked so I can stream some games. And I remember very clearly apologizing for how terrible the quality is. Like, sorry, it's a janky setup. I just landed, things like that. And then, of course, me going out and me texting someone from in bed and smiling, and then seeing myself arrive back home, and the first thing I see when I open the door is some person. I don't know who it is because faces and people and things like that are like pretty blurry because like the future can change at any moment. Visions are not 100% accurate all the time because of that, but most of the time for me they come true. And so I just see this person like petting a cat that's on the bed and like telling them about my trip and telling them that I forgot something when I was in Japan. So I wrote in my notes after that vision, don't forget anything when you go to Japan. I definitely put so much on my face. And I have to hurry up because my laptop is dying. I'm at 15%. After that, I've just been really focused on trying to bring that vision to reality. And I think, honestly, I've never been closer than I am now because I'm at a point where I feel ready for whatever life has to bring me. And I really feel like my hardest times are over now. And I'm so excited to see my vision come to fruition and really happy about all the good that it's gonna bring. Also, I am a master at tarot card readings. I swear to God, a lot of the readings I give are mostly accurate to people that I do them with, and it makes me so happy. I love my tarot, I love my journaling, I love meditating, manifesting brings me peace. The next thing about me, I love fall. I am obsessed with fall vibes, autumn vibes. I love that shit so much. Not just like spooky season, like Halloween vibes and everything. I do love that too. I love the feeling of fall. I love when the leaves change color. I love when the temperature is not too hot anymore, but it's not too cold that you can still wear shorts when you go out. And there's a little bit less bugs because of it getting colder. And I love the fall food, the fall drinks. I love the aesthetics of fall, the outfits. It's my favorite season of all time for sure. this is something I actually struggled with but learned to accept about myself, is that I am a variety person. And that is a term that I made for myself. I'm sure other people can relate to, where growing up, I never really fit into one aesthetic, if that makes sense. Like, I had my tomboy era, I had an emo and scene era, I had my girly girl era, and I had so many things, and now I have the era that I'm in now. And I would say that when it comes to being a variety person, basically that means like fashion, I dress in all different types of styles. Nothing really, I don't fit into one category. When it comes to aesthetics, obviously I definitely present more of like the feminine girly type, but I do have my days where like I don't dress like that, you know? And music, I listen to a variety of different music, from rap, hip hop, R&B, my emo and scene stuff, like my bands from high school, like Pierce the Veil. So many different musics. I already said this before, but the next thing, I do want to go to Japan, and I am learning Japanese at the moment. I've been learning Japanese for a few years now. It's just I go on and off with it, like learning for a bit and then stopping and going back. I am in my process of doing it again, and I actually did get a book recently to help me learn Japanese better. I also got off Duolingo because I heard it was not the best place to learn Japanese. And I watch a lot of Japanese content creators or people that are learning Japanese as well and talk about their tips and tricks for it. I don't know, it's just something about the Japanese language. It's just such a beautiful language, and I love Japan as a whole in general. I have been in love with Japan since I was a kid. When I was watching Michelle Phan growing up, and she did a makeup tutorial for looking like Hatsune Miku, and then she played a little bit of her concert at the end of her video, and I was obsessed. I loved hearing the music, the language, the everything about the concert. I watched a lot more Vocaloid things afterwards and started listening to Vocaloid music. I love Hatsune Miku. Uh, there's one with long pink hair. I don't remember her name. I think it's Luca something. Rin and Len. I love them so much. I just really fell in love with the music and the language, and then obviously I got into anime, and that made me love the language more. And I love Japan as a whole too. I love the culture. Like, I really want to try a lot of food there. I want to properly speak Japanese with people there and just connect. And I just really, really, like, there's no words for how much I love Japan. I am lactose intolerant, which sucks. And I was not born that way. I actually gave it to myself. Apparently, if you have too much dairy growing up, you can develop lactose intolerance, which I didn't know was a thing until I started having a bad reaction to drinking milk. Um, I had frozen yogurt once a few years ago, and I was in the bathroom for like 2 hours after that. I don't know. It sucks because I love milk so much. Like, really, I love milk. But I do have to be careful now. Like I said, I do drink oat milk now. It's still difficult to get used to, but it's better than just lactose-free milk because it still lasts as long, but it's different, if that makes sense. Because lactose-free milk is still milk. It's just for lactose intolerance, but sometimes that even gives me issues. The next thing about me is I can do a little bit of voice acting type stuff, I guess. I really would love to try voice acting if I can, because something about it just fascinates me. I don't think I could ever like actually be an actor. I feel like that's really hard for me to pretend to be something I'm not and like make it feel genuine. That feels really difficult for me. But something like voice acting feels a lot more in my lane because I've always had a pretty interesting voice, I would say. Like, um, when I was younger, I used to talk like very high pitched for some reason, and then it started dropping as I got older. I don't know. I got bullied for it a lot, but I basically learned that I don't really have too much control of my vocal range, but I can if I try, if that makes sense. So, like, right now, you probably heard me talk and my voice, it goes up and down and up and down. That's out of my control. And then when I'm actually focusing on it and actually trying, I can keep a pitch, I can keep a tone when I'm trying to do the voice acting stuff, if that makes sense. So the things I can do now, I can do Pikachu, but it's like a sad Pikachu. I don't know how to do a happy Pikachu for some reason, because when I do the Pika, it sounds good, and then the Chew doesn't. So it sounds like this. Pika. Pika. Like that. I could also do Bulbasaur. I don't think it sounds good, but I do think it sounds like him. I don't want to do it now. I don't think I'm gonna do it now because this is a bad mic already, so I don't know how I sound. My most popular and dead on impression to date, or voice acting thing, is Lily Pichu, the streamer. I had done a similar voice to this in the past, and I saw her videos, and then I learned how to do her voice. And it really scares me being able to do something like that, because like it feels like imposter syndrome, because like I'm talking like someone that I know. I mean, I don't know her, I'm not parasocial like that, but like, I know her videos, I know what she sounds like, and it's weird that I can do that. So like I said, this is my normal voice.
And this is my Lily Pichu voice. If you know who she is, then this probably is a lot easier to connect more, you know? But like this is really weird that I can do this. I don't know why I can do this, but if anyone needs a Lily Pichu impersonator, I am here and I am willing.
I don't know, it's so crazy that I can do that. Like, I honestly would love to like go up to a stranger and like do that voice and make them think that that's my actual voice and see what happens. I am lagging. My laptop is on like 10% and I had to rush over here to plug it back in. There's no outlets near my bed or anything, so I had to plug it over here. I need my glasses real quick. There we go, now I can see. Now we're almost done with the video anyway, so I'm just gonna do this last step of my skincare. I got this Plump and Repair Vanilla Overnight Lip Mask. I've never been one to do lip things for skincare, but I got this and I really love it. It's basically like a lip gloss, I guess, but it's like ultra hydrating or something. And truly, like, this really does wonders for my lips, like, I swear to God. Put a lot on because my lips have been so dry and cracked like all day yesterday and today and all that. I also have the Starface lip balm in a strawberry dragon fruit, I think. It's the pink one. And a Rosy Lips Vaseline lip balm, which I really like because it has like a nice tint on it, so it's like makeup without makeup. The last thing about me, little Peachy, number 27, my piercing. I am probably the biggest. I mean, that's saying a lot. I am a big Ariana Grande stan. I love that woman. She is literally, I call her my wife all the time. I don't know. That is my favorite person on the planet. Her music definitely saves me. I've been listening to her for years. I've been obsessed with her since her Victorious days, Sam and Cat days, and I've been listening since Yours Truly, of course. I have 4 of her perfumes. I have Moonlight, which is definitely my favorite. Second would be Cloud. I have 2 bottles of Cloud, which is small and big. And I have Thank You Next and Thank You Next 2.0. I also got the Ari perfume, like one of her first ones, I think, for a Christmas gift like many years ago, and I still have it to this day, like a decade later. And of course, I watch like a lot of any TV that she's in. I loved Wicked. I loved Wicked. I didn't even know it was a thing until I saw Ariana Grande in it. I'm sorry. to the theater community. I'm sorry. But I love her so much. And it sucks that I've never been to one of her concerts, and I don't know if I'm gonna make it to this concert or tour that she's doing with Eternal Sunshine, because those tickets were yeesh. If I ever get the chance, maybe she does press tour for a movie and I catch her there. I don't know. I really hope our paths cross one day, because that woman has saved my life more times than I can count. That's all of my facts. That's amazing. I hope you enjoyed watching me do my skincare and also talk about myself. I didn't want to just talk about myself and like not have anything else going on. I felt like that would be really boring. And again, I apologize for the poor audio issues. It is a work in progress. I only have the 2 headsets, and the other one is definitely better. I just forgot to bring it. And also camera quality as well. I was thinking about buying a camera recently, but honestly, this isn't that bad, and I'd rather save the money for that instead. I want to do better quality content soon. I just am putting my money towards where it needs to be. And I just don't think the camera quality is like that bad that I need a camera right now, you know? I could definitely save the money on that, wait and get a better one later on, like an actual big YouTube camera, you know? I just want to say thank you again to everyone that has been really, really sweet about my situation that I talked about in my last video. I am in a much better place than I was back then and before that too. Like, I really feel like this year is my year, and proof has already been showing that as of lately. Me being a spiritual girly, I believe the universe has got my back, and I know I'm going to be taken care of. Really hope that everything I said in the last video, that it helps people learn to be more aware, be more protective, just stand up for yourself and don't let anyone take your spark away. I will definitely be making more YouTube videos soon. I don't know what yet, but we will see. I might do a what's in my bag next. I really love those videos. I really want to do a lot of YouTube videos that I saw like 2016, 2015 era of YouTube, where it's like room tours and backpack videos and get ready with me's. And also thank you for everyone that wished me a happy birthday yesterday. 27 years of life. Let's go. But thank you again to everyone that has watched this, and thank you for supporting me, and just thank you for existing, because your existence means a lot to me. My socials and everything is in the link tree in my bio. I don't know how to do YouTube outros. How do I do this? Bye bye.